Hello everyone, this is LunaISM, and today I'm going to be showing you guys a new game. This is a sequel to one of my favorite games of pretty much all time, Risk of Rain. This one aptly named, of course, Risk of Rain 2. In this game, you are going to pick one of 6 survivors. You start with access to only the Commando, and from there you can unlock new characters, items, etc. By playing the game, completing different objectives, achievements, etc. So I'm going to start playing on the Commando right now, just keep it basic. And for this tutorial video, tutorial first look, whatever, I'll be playing on Rainstorm. Slightly different, slightly more difficult, than the easy mode Drizzle. But we're just going to jump right into this and hope everything goes well. So right at the start, you'll drop into the world and exit this little pod. Now from this point on, you control this character. You look around with your mouse, you move with WASD, you can shoot with left mouse button, and you do have to aim properly. And you can use different abilities with mouse 2, which is your right click, shift, and R. So right now, I don't really have any items or anything to help me with survivability. So your goal in Risk of Rain is basically to kill monsters to get items, or to get gold, and then use that gold to open chests or activate shrines, which will give you access to new powerful items at random at the moment. There's no way to control what you get. It says up in the top right, difficulty increases over time, so the faster you get through each stage, the easier you're gonna have it. Of course, there is no end to this game at the moment. The game lasts for as long as you can survive. So you can find these little chests scattered about the world, and if you have enough money, you can open them and get new items. For instance, I picked up that Hopu feather earlier. Hopu, I'm not really sure how it's pronounced, which lets you jump twice instead of the normal single jump. Now the Commando's got a few useful abilities. That's a good item. Lensmaker's Glasses gives you some crit chance, which will help you deal higher damage. Your basic attack shoots 2 shots per click. You can hold it down to fire continuously towards your target. Your right click, or your mouse 2, shoots a beam type attack that has a bit of a projectile travel speed, but it will cross the entirety of the map. Your shift button gives you a short-range dodge roll. That enemy is dangerous. And your R will fire 6 shots that stun the target that you hit. I'm just trying to save up some cash so I can open up that chest. And by hitting control, you can run. Sprint, as the game calls it. It's very important to make sure that you're sprinting whenever you're trying to traverse the world, so that you can actually get places reasonably quick. Now I'm actually going to use this printer here, which lets you trade an item of the same rarity in exchange for the item displayed. Now the item I got is the Soldier Syringe, which increases your attack speed. In this game, attack speed is a little more useful than crit chance. And all of these items stack. So you can get some pretty insane attack speed going on if you're lucky, or if you find one of those things like me. Alright. That was a significant amount of enemies. I should have plenty of gold to go buy some stuff now. I really want to go pick up some more cheap items so that I can trade them in for more attack speed. Gasoline, when you kill an enemy, it'll set the ground on fire near them. Or I guess it just launches an explosion. In the first game, Risk of Rain, it created fire on the ground, and that fire would burn over time, dealing extra damage to enemies. It was a nice item to pick up, but, like, you know, it wasn't the greatest. Now, I've gotten lucky so far getting as many Hopo feathers as I have, because Hopo feathers are very valuable for mobility purposes. I don't know that there is anything up this way. I just wanted to check it out. That golem is very dangerous. They have a little beam attack. They'll charge it up and shoot it at you, and it can deal very high damage if you're not careful. They also have more health than the standard enemy, so you really have to be cautious fighting those types of creatures. Now, since I was lucky enough to pick up multiple Hopo feathers, I should be able to go up to the higher level of the map at this point. Which is good, because I kind of want to see what's up there. Alright, nothing this way. I haven't played this game very much. I've played it enough to kind of get a feel for the general loop of, you know, run around, grab stuff, figure out what your abilities do and everything. Now I'm just kind of gonna have as much fun with it as I can. There is a teleporter. It is all the way up here. Your goal on every stage is to locate the teleporter, activate it, and survive the onslaught of bosses and enemies that spawn afterwards. If you can do that, then you can activate the teleporter to get to your next stage. I've never fought this boss before on this version. Wandering Vagrant is a returning enemy from the first game. I did not expect to be taking so much damage so quickly. I'm gonna run all the way back here. And try to take out some of these enemies from a distance before I get shot and die. That looked dangerous. Now, there are also different variants of enemies that can spawn called elites, and elites typically have an additional ability. Red elites will leave a trail of fire behind them that damages you if you walk into it. You won't typically run into elites very often on the easy mode until you're at the very high difficulties. Gotta make sure to keep the area behind me clear so I don't die to trash mobs while the boss is trying to murder me. I'm gonna try and run past him. Golem spawned. Gonna duck behind that rock real quick. Jeez. These golems are spawning everywhere. It's making it very difficult. Now, in order to progress the teleporter, you have to be in this red area. So it's not always a good idea to leave it while stuff spawns, but on this map, I needed to get out of danger, and dropping down was the only way to do it. There's so many enemies running around. So, interesting piece of information. If you have drones, they will draw aggro from other creatures. So, if you were looking to play a more defensive character, someone who can get a bunch of drones would be a good choice. There are multiple different kinds of drones too, but the standard is sort of just the gunner drone, if I remember correctly. So as you can see, this boss has a sort of electric orb attack that deals a good amount of damage. I don't know what that does. And dead. Okay. Once you kill the boss, an item will drop at the teleporter, and once you pick it up, you can enter it. Good to have that. Now, I'm still gonna drop back down here and pick up my missing item. Not missing, I have it, but Soldier's Syringe is one of the most valuable items in the game, and if you can get multiple, you probably should. On most characters. That was definitely worthwhile. Another interesting piece of information, you cannot straight up die by falling off the stage, but it doesn't feel very good. It will hurt. So don't do it. On purpose, anyway. Red Whip is a really useful item because, as you can see, my move speed is really, really, really high. What it does is it'll increase your sprint speed? Is it your sprint speed or just your move speed in general? Yeah, it's your move speed in general. Red Whip increases your move speed while you are out of combat. And you are out of combat when you haven't made an attack or been hit by an attack for several seconds. So this is going to do wonders for making up for this garbage time that I've got going all right. I've been in the game for 15 minutes and I'm only just now entering the second stage, so not a great thing. All right. See that big floating thing? That is, I believe, called a Greater Wisp. They launch fireballs at you. They deal damage. Don't get hit by them. Ow. Those flying enemies, the lesser wisps, don't deal a lot of damage, and they don't take a lot of damage. A couple of good hits when you're a higher level will kill them pretty much outright. But they're obnoxious. They typically spawn in groups, and they fly around and are just generally a nuisance. So, kill them as soon as you can. They don't take very long to die, so it's not like you're wasting your time doing it. Okay, I'm gonna run this way and try and find some chests and make use of all this gold. For the record, in the first game, abilities that move you, like my shift ability, counted as entering combat. In this game, that is not the case. I'm gonna pick up this one. So this little thing here is sort of like a shop in that you can buy one of 3 items. They all cost the same amount, and they can either be a specific item, and it'll show you what it is. It won't tell you, but if you memorize what they look like, you can get a leg up on that. Or it could be a question mark, in which case it'll give you something random. So this time I'm going for this one, which is a sticky bomb. On hit, you have a chance to attach a sticky bomb to enemies that will explode after a few seconds and deal damage. Oh, this guy is not good. He's bad. Very, very, very bad. Whoop. There we go. I don't remember if I said this earlier, but your right click on Commando does travel through enemies. So if you line them up, you can deal a lot more damage with one shot than you normally could. It also deals higher base damage than your normal attacks. So keep that in mind. If you're trying to do high damage very quickly, even do a single target, even if you can't line it up with anything else, it is better to go ahead and use that. Now that item I picked up earlier, which I believe was called Monster Tooth, causes enemies to drop those little green orbs when you kill them, and those orbs will heal you when you pick them up. I think you can just get close enough to them and they'll just fly to you, but don't quote me on that. I am by no means an expert on this game yet. Here we go, another sticky bomb. I think stacking sticky bombs just increases the chance that it procs on any given attack. Rather than, say, increasing the damage or something like that. Now there's another printer over there. I wonder what I can get. Bustling fungus. Not worth risking one of my 2 soldier syringes for. So the deal about the printer is it'll let you trade any random item from your inventory of the same rarity for one of the items displayed. So in that case, it was going to give me an item called Bustling Fungus, which is a healing item that'll activate... That was a button, wasn't it? I gotta find the second one of those. There's a secret you can unlock in this area by pressing 2 buttons. I just don't know where the other one is. Yeah, so Bustling Fungus, if you stand still for a couple seconds, it'll start to heal you over time. But only while you stand still. What is this? Oh, that is a Shrine of Blood. You can give up some amount of HP, and it'll give you just straight up money. It's great if you're looking for more items, not so great if you're being attacked by a horde of enemies, because they will absolutely wreck you if you're not careful. That sound is the sound you make when you level up. You can also get healing from those little pots on the ground. You can break them. Important to note, items that have a chance to apply on hit or that guarantee applying on hit will activate on a hit with your left click, with your right click, and with your R. And since your basic attack hits twice, it'll apply potentially 2 stacks or 2 procs of whatever items it can activate. Your R fires 6 shots, and each one of those can proc. So, cool info. Okay, that is a tri-tip dagger. There's a chance to deal bleed damage on hit, which, if it procs, will injure the enemy for a small amount of damage over time. I think I'm gonna go activate that teleporter now. Beetle Queen. Probably one of the easier bosses that I've encountered so far, because you can sort of just straight up ignore her damage by not being near her. My goal is to get rid of these spiky things ASAP, because they are just going to ruin my good time. Don't fall in the hole, ladies and gentlemen, and others. Gonna get back to that circle because I think these things are just gonna keep on spawning until I finish the teleporter event. These little wasp things will decrease your attack speed, if I remember correctly. So don't stand near them. It is not conducive to your long-term health. Or your short-term health. Any of your health, really. Okay, I'm not really about all that going down there. I'm just gonna stay up here and shoot some stuff. Okay. You are never too good to run away. I promise you. Yikes. Okay, what's this? Bandolier is a fantastic item. So on a kill, you have a chance to have the enemy drop an item that will reset all of your cooldowns if you pick it up. So, kill an enemy, they might drop an item that'll reset your cooldowns instantly. Very good item. This here is called a Shrine of Combat. You activate it, and it summons some enemies. And they can be very tough, but if you do well, you can kill them and take all their stuff. I am in desperate need of more things. There we go. Now on to this one. Die. Please, thank you. There we go. Okay, nope. That is a big ol' nope. I am outie. Ooh, another bandolier. That's not bad. Okay, another healing item. I will take that. These are Shrines of Chance. You can pay money to them, and there is only a chance that they give you something. But in exchange, they're a little bit less expensive than your average chest. War Banner, decent item in the early game, not as decent later on. When you level up, it'll drop something that will increase your regen, your move speed, and your attack speed while you're in the area. It's a very, very nice item at the beginning. After that, not so much. Cautious Slug is going to be a great item for me. Once I'm out of danger, it'll increase my passive healing by a fairly sizable amount. Sticky Bomb. Yes, another one. There is a pretty good chance of that just continuing to happen, so I am not going to stick around. Ooh, is this a use item? I will take that. Foreign Fruit. So, use items have a cooldown, just like your skills, and they activate on your Q, or whatever button you decided to put it on. My poor drone. Ah, there's my war banner. So in this area, I am basically a god. I'm not. I'm not even remotely close to being a god. I'm just slightly less mortal than I was before, like 5 seconds ago. So probably still not a great idea to hang around there. I am going to move. So sometimes if you're playing this game and you're just sort of like hanging out, having fun, being all casual like, you are going to experience some issues with difficulty because this game does not screw around, okay? Enemies will spawn everywhere. They will kick your butt if you're not very careful and or very fast. Now, I haven't been getting very many good items, which is contributing to the difficulty of this run. Oh, jeez, 2 bosses? I don't think I can handle that. I'm probably going to die on this stage. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez, what are those? Nope. 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 I am not about that. If I sit up here, I can kind of just shoot down on them from high ground. And they can attack me back, yes, but not as effectively. Oh, geez, effectively. Oh, gosh, I take it back. I take everything back. of all these guys. They're bothering me. Kind of cheesing this boss fight right now, but I am fine with this. That's one down. Now, once this boss gets down to a certain health, it's going to start dragging you in and healing over time. It's really obnoxious. Best answer to dealing with that is to just not be near it and try to get by. I don't really have any answers. I mean, you could be better than me and take care of the first couple stages faster and get more equipment so you can actually handle this difficulty level. Okay. I don't like that. Yes. The Rose Buckler is helpful. Rose Buckler reduces all damage you take while sprinting. Well, I'm just gonna sit here and kind of wait things out. Maybe shoot this golem that's hanging out down there, because I don't like the cut of his jib. This guy is bad business. Unless he does that. Yep, hitting that teleporter ASAP. I am not in the mood for dying. I'm just gonna go. Okay, let's see how long it takes me to die on this stage. This is the final stage in the rotation. If I beat this stage, it's just gonna start me back over again, so... I have low expectations, as I have basically one crowd control ability, and these things are gonna be on me constantly. Nope, I can't handle that. I'm just going to jump. But not to my death. No. That guy is bad business. I don't want to deal with him. Directly, anyway. See, the problem with this run at the moment is that I haven't gotten basically any items that are going to help me deal damage. And if you can't deal damage, you can't kill the enemies before they can kill you. Ooh, and I'm dead. Okay, well, that will be it for this time. Hopefully next time we'll get a better spawn, some better items too. Alright, this has been LunaISM, signing off for tonight. Take care, everyone.